Stress. It's a head game. It's an illusion of the mind. Oh, I get that you feel stress. You feel the tension in your body. Your nervous system releases adrenaline hormones, which increases your heart rate, your blood pressure, it shallows your breathing. Yeah, all that's actually for real. But the trigger, that was mental. A perception, one that was made up in your mind. What is stressful to one person is not to another. Speaking on stage, making sales calls, solo climbing Half Dome without ropes, surfing maverick waves, jumping out of a plane, driving a NASCAR, flying a helicopter, whatever. The difference isn't the thing itself. It's only the perception of the person doing it. The dominant cultural view says stress is bad for you, but that is wrong. And it is leading people to regulate their goals and seek avenues to reduce or avoid stress. This is bad because the opposite is true. In fact, stress is good for you. It is a tool for performance optimization. Tons of research now links the experience of stress with beneficial outcomes. For instance, studies have linked stress with personal initiative and productivity, as well as, quote, psychological thriving. Even intense stress experiences triggered by life-threatening events can have positive outcomes, including improved relationships, greater appreciation for life, and enhanced perceptions of strength, and a phenomenon known as, quote, post-traumatic growth. Some of our most treasured and meaningful experiences involve stress. Achieving a great goal, excelling in one's career, engaging in deep, intimate relationships, or even raising children. Think about it. If you reflect on the times in your life when you have learned, grown substantially, or performed at exceptionally high levels, you'll notice those times were probably also deeply stressful. It is not stress that you should avoid. In fact, you should seek it. What you are looking to avoid is distress. And it is you that is putting the DI in front of stress that is messing you all up. And it does mess you up. It is figured between 60 to 90% of all visits to healthcare professionals are for stress-related, and I will add distress-related problems. Over a decade of research suggests that it is not the type or the amount of stress that determines its impact. Instead, it is our mindset about the stress that matters most. In one study of 30,000 high-stressed Americans, 43% were more likely to die if they also believed stress was bad for their health. In contrast, those who experienced high stress but didn't view it as harmful were the least likely to die compared to any other group in the study. And get this, that includes people who didn't experience very much stress at all. Look, listen to me. You have the power to change your mind about this, to change your mindset about stress, and literally A, save your life, and B, skyrocket your success and performance capability. 3 simple steps. You ready? Here we go. Just jot these down in your Darren Daily Journal. You got one, right? Okay, number 1, see the stress. The first step to making use of stress is to see it and to acknowledge it. Identifying your stress gives you the consciousness to move it from distress to the performance fuel of stress. You can move the neural activity from the amygdala, the center of emotion and fear, to the prefrontal cortex, which is responsible for planning and executive control. You move from operating out of fear and reaction to operating out of strength and action. Number 2, welcome the stress. Now that you have moved it from distress to stress, welcome in the stress. Know that stress shows up when meaningful accomplishment is possible. Ask yourself simply, how can this be good for me? How can this trigger me, fuel me, and move me into action? How can I use my flight or my fight response to embolden me and my actions? Great questions, right? And number 3, now use that stress. Stress is the psychological stimulant that fuels our daily performances to great heights. Use it. Have it light your fire. Push you to charge. As humans, we are not designed to cope with stress, but to thrive on it. The human body performs at higher levels when stimulated by pressure and stress. Use it to level you up. Stress and pressure are the doorway to greater success. Go charging through that door. And here's another one for your notes. In the end, success comes down to head games. The only reality anything has is the one we give it. The brain is powerful. It can be incredibly constructive or powerfully destructive. And you have the switch. The switch is your perception. The switch is your decision about it. Choose to perceive stress as strength. turn distress into stress, the stress that can act as rocket fuel for your performance. The decision is yours. All right, Darren Daily friends, share with us which has been giving you distress that you will now, 1, see it as stress, different than distress. 2, stop fighting it and welcome it, asking how it could be good for you, how it could be a stimulant for growth. And 3, what actions you will take to use that new rocket fuel. Write down your ideas in your journal and tell us about it in the comments below. Oh, and if you want to learn to conquer stress once and for all, I put together a whole special series, especially for Darren Daily members, that you can access for free by following the link below. It's free. Enjoy.